Now the story of a startup trying to design a new chip and the challenges they face. This is the next generation.
As many of you have heard, we won the contract to supply the media processing engine for the next generation VidBox. Yes, this is exciting for Dante Semin, but we have a lot of challenges ahead to make this a reality. We're going to have to be packing a lot of new functionality onto it. All the standard def as well as the high def formats, DVR, Dolby decoding, support for copy protection, multiple input streams, cable, IP, etc. Multiple output formats, we need to add a security processor, and of course we're moving to new latex P10 processor.
Dude, I don't see what the big problem is. Just integrating a bunch of pieces. Sounds like the verification team has a work cut out for them. I've been doing this since the 1980s. I've done over 20 chips now. That's why they call me Chip. Some people say it's because I have a chip on my shoulder. But hey, I have more experience than most of these guys combined. This new one sounds like a slam dunk to me. It'll probably make us rich. Maybe I'll finally be able to get away from this gig for a while, ride cross country or something.
Chip can really have an attitude sometimes. That's why we call him Chip, because he has a chip on his shoulder. We think he's been falling behind a bit. Our last couple of chips have barely made it out the door because we're not keeping up with the increasing complexity. This one is going to be high profile, so we can't afford the risk.
Okay, enough. Thank you, Chip. Yes, this is a verification challenge, but let me go on. The only way to fit this onto a single die is to finally move to 65 nanometer.
Well, Felix, you might be able to write code that meets timing at that node.
Well, Oscar, you've heard what Alex said about verification. You're going to have to be more careful.
I wish Oscar would back off. I mean, we've been designing RTL together for a long time. And yeah, sometimes it takes a while to get my code to meet timing, but at least it's right. Oscar will write code that synthesizes great, but he doesn't realize that verification is a critical path here, and his sloppiness, it just sets back the whole project.
Felix needs to get some action. Seriously, the guy has no life. I organize a lot of the company activities like softball, ultimate frisbee, Friday pizza, and beer parties. Felix hardly ever does that stuff. He's a workaholic. Not me, though. I enjoy life. Besides, I know how to get the best timing out of my code. That's the hard part. I let the verification guys find any bugs. That's what they're paid for.
Alright, yes. This is going to be a challenge for all of us. Everybody here who's done 65 nanometer, raise your hand.
I don't have hands.
What did he say?
No idea.
Jay says he has no hands. Jay, you ever done a 65 nanometer chip?
No.
Doesn't matter then, does it? I guess there's a reason they didn't give physical design guys any hands.
Who is they?
You know, at the International Test Conference last year, there was a paper talking about how challenged test is at 65 nanometers. With all this IP we have coming in, it's scary. We're going to have to design a test from the very beginning. Listen, Tommy. After this meeting, we're going to go back to our cube to start writing RTL, and you're going to go back to your janitor's closet to wait for us to finish. It's my office. It's an office. I mean, yeah, it used to be a janitor's closet before we moved in here, but it was renovated, and now it's a real office, and I feel like I deserve it. Do I wish I could sit with the rest of the guys? Yeah. Do I wish they would invite me along when they go out for lunch? Yeah, sometimes. These guys have no idea how important the test process is, and it's getting more important with every new process generation. They'll see. One of these days, they'll see.
Enough! Listen, we just barely got the last one out the door. I have no idea how we did it. This one is going to make it or break it for us. It will either make us rich or be the end of us. I urge you all to go back and figure out what to do, how to do your parts to make this one a success. Chip, come to my office when you get a chance.
Code Monkey, get up,
Watch
get
for our next
coffee.
episode.
Code Monkey, go to job. Code Monkey, have boring meeting with boring manager Rob.